Now if you're really good, you can hold your hand up there, eyeball this into the very middle. But see, you know what? Dabbity nabbit. It's going to be hard for me to pre-drill this because my drill head is hitting the edge of that. I'd have to put that in at an angle, and then I wouldn't be able to get to the back. Don't think, I'll just put this one in at an angle and leave it. Those two on the other side are no good. I don't need to do those. That's plenty tight. Well, I want you to go the extra mile, just like Joe. I'm going to take this, I'm going to eyeball the middle of that, tap that, and I can get this other side, right where the middle is. Tap that. The same thing up here. It only takes a little bit longer to do things right. You never have to worry about it again. Okay, get in the habit of doing stuff like that. Okay, now I'm going to take this screw out, then I'll have to pre-drill the other ones. But I'm glad I didn't just pre-drill all of it and put it in, because had I and thought it was exactly right, I might think, oh shoot, I wish I would have lowered it down a 32nd of an inch or 1/16th of an inch or up 1/16th of an inch. Now it's going to be harder to do that, because if you take this out, it's hard to pre-drill another hole a 1/16th or less above or below the existing holes. Remember that. Make sure you find the right holes. Get them in there. So I'm glad I'm drilling these, pre-drilling those, because see how close they are to the edge, and I can't get my drill any closer than that. And that's why I'm pre-drilling it, because I don't want to try to run the screw in there and then have the screw wobble and walk off to the left a little bit, and then it could split this out. By me pre-drilling it, that's not going to happen. There. Now see here, this extension has a magnetic tip on it, and then that holds that in there. See how short this one is? Look at this one. See how much longer that is? So it's always good. I always like to use kind of a long one, but my set came with a small one and a long one. Okay, but now I'm set, because if I can't get in there with the small one, I've got the long one to jump back with. And here's kind of a slick thing on this. On this one here, has a sleeve here, like that. So if you're worried about this coming off the screw head, let's say, you really want to get something in there and you're afraid you're not holding it perfectly straight, you can slide this up. After you put this on a screw head, you can slide that up like that and then hang on to that, and then this will spin, see, like that when you're going, and then it will go right up through there. I don't really use this much because I'm pretty good at and straight, but you know, if you need something like that in a pinch, this one here, you got it. Now, not all sleeves like this have this slider, so if you don't like this, you don't have to get it, or you can get one that has it. Just look at the hardware store. They've got just about everything you need. Let's do it. Sure I find the right hole there. Ugh. This is supposed to be a magnetic tip, but these screws are kind of old. It's having a hard time holding on to that. Okay, that's where it was before. I'm looking good for my other ones. Now if you notice that some of these holes aren't in the center. Let's say, for instance, this one, you pre-drill it and it looks like it's slightly off that way. If you put a screw in there next, this thing is going to push over at an angle. So if you don't think that one's straight and this one looks straight over here, do this one first. Then that will hold that. Oh, look at that, my battery's going dead too. See, now I can put it in here. If it was slightly off, it'll still slide right to where it needs to be. Wow. I couldn't have planned that any better because I don't have a battery that's charged right now. Okay. I could do a once over with the hand screwdriver, but generally that drill will hold everything snug, and it is. Oh man, that's never going to go anywhere. See, don't you think that's going to hold better because I slid this down? I got 4 screws into this rather than that other bracket latch on the gate being up high on the 2x4. Okay. That's nice. I'm liking that. Okay. Well, there you go. Mark that off our list. Well, that's all I got for this time, but I'll be back with more videos.